You come across a hilarious post online and all you do is exhale quickly through your nose.
Make it as relatable as possible.
Where did the laughter go? In this modern digital age, much of our comedic consumption occurs in solitude, often through personal screens. As we scroll through memes, watch short videos, or read humorous posts, we often find ourselves amused yet refrain from laughing out loud.
It's like, wait, this is the problem.
Laughter is fundamentally a social phenomenon, a natural means of communicating enjoyment and fostering bonds. In group settings, laughter tends to be amplified by the presence of others, creating a feedback loop of shared enjoyment and a collective experience. But when we're alone, these social cues are absent and we often acknowledge humor in a more subdued manner.
A human in the 21st century often feels frustrating.
There seems to be a distinction between cognitive appreciation of humor and the emotional expression of it. The psychological and social mechanisms underlying laughter further elucidate why humor and comedy resonates differently depending on whether we're alone or in a group. The presence of others enhances our responses through a phenomenon known as social facilitation. In group settings, individuals are more likely to laugh due to the influence of others around them. This collective experience amplifies emotional responses, making laughter more frequent and intense. Humans inherently mimic the emotions and behaviors of others, a process called emotional contagion. Observing someone laugh can trigger laughter in ourselves, even without fully understanding the cause. Henri Bergson understands laughter as having a social function, serving to correct against the rigidities of society and promoting social cohesion. He understands laughter as a momentary anesthesia of the heart, allowing us to step back and recognize the weird rules all around us and putting us back into a childlike play state. In a solitary setting, the social corrective function diminishes and alters our emotional engagement with humor. Neurologically, laughter stimulates the release of endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemical. In group settings, synchronized laughter can lead to a collective endorphin rush, enhancing feelings of connection and well-being among participants. This shared laughter strengthens social bonds and fosters a sense of belonging. It signals mutual understanding and acceptance and reinforces trust. The medium through which we consume humor also contributes to the attenuation of our emotional responses. Online humor is often designed for brevity and rapid consumption, with memes, short videos, or tweets demanding only a fleeting acknowledgement. This rapid-fire style of delivery invites recognition without the depth of emotional engagement that might occur during a longer, in-person comedic performance with others. The ease of scrolling in a digital medium and this sort of passive engagement reduces the likelihood of a strong emotional response. It seems to have a blunting effect. Technology itself shapes our experience and reactions to humor. Algorithms tailor our content to our preferences and creates echo chambers that limit exposure to diverse or challenging forms of humor or comedy. This hyper-personalization combined with the sheer volume of online comedic content can lead to desensitization. We become accustomed to certain joke formats or comedic themes, and it diminishes their novelty and impact. From a phenomenological perspective, as explored by philosophers like Martin Heidegger, technology mediates our experience of the world, and it also affects our engagement with humor. The screen becomes a barrier that separates us from the immediate embodied experience of shared laughter or witnessing comedy. There's nobody around us, whereas in a crowd, we're very aware of the others. Our interactions are filtered through interfaces that abstract and distance us from direct social engagement. Even our neurological makeup influences how we respond to comedy in solitude versus in a group. Studies show that mirror neurons associated with empathy and social behaviors like laughter are less activated when we're alone. The social environment plays a crucial role in stimulating these neural pathways. Theories of humor seem to also suggest that comedy in isolation is somehow less. According to the incongruity theory of humor, humor arises when there's a mismatch between our expectation and reality. Yet, laughter itself is a more visceral and emotional response that is not always guaranteed to follow our intellectual recognition of humor, especially in isolation. This phenomenon highlights the complex interplay between cognition and emotion in our responses to humor. Additionally, social and cultural norms influence our expression of laughter. We might be socially conditioned to express ourselves more subtly when alone and outwardly express ourselves when we're in the presence of others. In live performances, there's an implicit expectation to respond. Laughter not only shows appreciation, but it also reinforces a particular work. When consuming comedy online, the expectation seems to dissipate, and this further mutes our reactions. The superiority theory of humor suggests that laughter arises from a sense of superiority over others. Again, in a solitary context, this comparative aspect is diminished as there's no other against whom to measure ourselves against. Finally, the relief theory posits that humor serves as a release of psychic energy or tension. Here, applying this theory again, in a social setting, laughter can alleviate social tensions or anxieties. When alone, these social tensions are less pronounced, reducing the need for such release and resulting in less laughter.
It's a very uncomfortable, unnatural layer.
The digital realm offers avenues to reclaim some of our communal aspects of humor. This is one positive aspect of online content. Engaging with others through comments, sharing content, and discussing jokes can stimulate elements of the social experience. Moreover, live streaming or virtual communities provide platforms where laughter can be shared, bringing the experience closer to in-person interactions. This reflects the adaptability of human social behavior, finding new expressions in technological contexts. This phenomenon recognizes humor without outward laughter, underscores the complex relationship between cognitive understanding, emotional expression, and social context. It highlights the intricate balance between the individual and the collective in our emotional lives.